Maybe. Maybe this is working. Alright, it is. Good. Good. Alright, so. Ooh, maybe I'm on the wrong screen still. Give me a sec. Okay, I was. So, yeah, if you were here the other day, then you saw the very first part of this as we attempted to work out how to transfer the Blade of Vengeance campaign here to 5e. It's been a thing. It's been quite a thing. Let me expand this out a little bit because we don't need that much space. So, first, quick overview. I have been working on maps and lore and converting stuff over. It's been quite the effort. This is the main map for the campaign, marking all the locations. And it is supposed to be more like this. Okay, still too big. Still too big. Okay, now a little too small. Alright, I think we're there. They now have a little icon down here. Since this is the overland map, they'll have their own icon here. Most likely I will move it around just to make this easier on things. But their little knight icon will move, and, we'll be able to travel anywhere on the map. The first one is a map that I played with before. Oop. I'm now marking things. You can't see it all. It is a big map. That was one of the things about this campaign. All really giant, huge maps. All impressively big. You can get a hint of the enemies on this map now. But most of these are going to be individual encounters spread out over a very large map. You normally will not fight multiple groups at once unless you do something so aggressive that you do. Which would be bad. This is the first map, though. And I was looking at this map and I was thinking, we could do better. I love the classic maps, but they're very simple. You can see it's just green and white, and the lines aren't very good. Mostly because the whole scale of encounters has changed a lot since this point in time. So yeah, that's a thing. So I went and I grabbed a whole bunch of map assets, and I had to anyways because I wanted to make random encounter maps. So I could place the characters in different situations on those when random encounters happen or anything else that didn't have a normal map associated with it. Because not everything has a map. In fact, that was one of my problems. A lot of things were happening that didn't have a map, and they were like combat encounters. So, yeah, I wanted to give players a map to work with, and, of course, the audience a good shot to see what that's like. So, I have made an alternate version of this map. Updated with all sorts of assets. All sorts of assets. This is the new version of the map. It's a lot more involved. You can see individual trees because I hand placed every tree on this map. It still has the bridge, and the proportions are basically the same, except that I can't do a angle. I can't place something that isn't either up and down or across. So that's the one limitation. But this is a huge map now. It is actually even bigger than the other one, because each square on here is really only 5 feet, which is actually how D&D in 5e is supposed to work. The other one tries to do that, but I tried to sync it up as much as I could between the two scales, and it just doesn't work very well. I'm going to give the players a choice, though, between which map they would like to use at any given time. In fact, we can switch back and forth if they want. I've set up all the encounters on both maps. So, we can literally just go from one to the other or back again as needed. The originals have some really nice advantages, but so do the more detailed versions that I created. So they both have their place. Let's zoom in here a little bit. What layer am I on? Token layer, good. So here's the original encounter. There's just 4 hobgoblins that start the entire adventure off. They're the only ones that are actually available to be seen if you were a player. Because I'm the GM, you can see the other monsters which are on the GM layer to start. Because I figured that would be easier than dealing with Fog of War. And I don't have fancy dynamic lighting because I don't have a pro account. I might do that at some point. I dropped way more money than I should have on maps. I wanted all the nice, cool things, and they're not quite updating. So we have some fires going on here. I've distorted the smoke, so it's in different shapes, and it's not the greatest look in some of these shapes, but it's going to be interesting. You can actually see around the entire map. Starting down here, you can see the dead body of the elves that were killed here. You can see, well, the best I could do with the remains of a dragon attack. So, billowing holes filled with fire. You can't really tell that the tree is burning. I couldn't figure out a way to do that. And all the action still happens under most of the tree. So, you don't get to see any of that here. I was thinking of putting, a stairway down here, and actually we might just go and drop one of those in. So, let's go into my purchases here. My way too many purchases. Actually, not that one. Not that one. Alright, we want... I think this one. I think this has my ladders and other things like that. Some cutouts, stairs, stone stairs. Yeah, let's give it some stairs. Theoretically, you would be able to go up the stairs. In this encounter, there's literally nothing above it, so you can't really go up the stairs. But it's still a thing. We're gonna make sure that it looks at least like these guys just came down from the stairs, maybe. And they're gonna be heading over here where the other dead bodies and all the looted goods are, and the last set of enemies. Now, there is one encounter that I couldn't place on this version of the map. There is one encounter that is really technically not on this map. It's this giant lizard up here. That will actually be on another map entirely. One of the random maps that I made. The random forest map. This one here. In fact, I might redo this. This is a pretty thin forest compared to later ones I made. But, this was my first attempt at, creating a forest. And I wanted it to have some interesting characteristics. So, that's what it looks like right now. Obviously, there's work to be done here. It's just a random map, after all. There's also a random bridge map, because several fights happen along bridges. So I made a nice random bridge map. But I've also done some other maps since then. First, I was going to do this one, and this one, no encounters happen on this map. There is basically no reason to even have this map. I don't know why they included it. So, I have decided not to update this one. This one will just stay, a basic map. I could do something like I did for the first tree and have the side building that's a forge. That's a thing I could do pretty easily now. I have all the stuff to do it. But I'm not sure I want to, because it's mostly just roads that I would have to paint in, and then a bunch of trees. So there's not really much there, and I don't even think the players will need to see a map here. So I'm torn. I've considered it. I'm not sure if I will yet, but this was the next one I did. Tokendale is the first city in the game that the players can come across, and it's a very simple map. Very simple. It's got some advantages to it, but I wanted something a little more impressive. So I made a new version of it. It's a very large map. It's a very large map when I redo it. I've marked different locations on there, so you can see them just like you could in the original map. Gotta get the assets to load. Militia building, shrine, general store, the mayor, if you want to call him that. He's the leader of the community, at least. So he's in there. The foaming flagon, the tavern is down here. I do think I probably should have added a well somewhere here. But theoretically, there is still a river down here, just under the map. And there is fields over here, including where the cattle are. There's not much cattle, but there is some that they have. I think it's more like sheep. I'd have to look it up. And I have worked on that. All of the original text, basically, is now in here. So I have all the notes already programmed in, and all the different texts that the original module wanted me to say. I have not converted it all quite yet to modern terms, but it's there. This is one of the things I'll have to work on, because this is the general store, and I've considered making up all the NPCs for here, and I have created some NPCs now. There are some NPCs. I'll probably remake a couple here, so the part I'm working on. But yeah, there's now this map, and that was just the start. I now have maps like this one here, which is basically the random encounter map, but with a big open area in the middle, and forces spread out all over it. But it's a good view, basically, of what the random encounter map is going to be like more, once I actually work on it some more. This is the original version of it. And again, I have already put in all the mobs here too, but they're much more clustered in the middle in the original, because the map is just not that big. So, let's move on. After that, we have the troll house. This is a farmhouse that you encounter as part of the quest, which of course has a troll in it. Hence the name. There's some other stuff here too, but it's not really a big map, and literally, most of the encounters happen inside the buildings, but there's no look inside the buildings. So that wasn't really helpful. So I went and I made an updated version of that. Now there is the new troll house, which is a little walled compound here. It still has the boat dock. I changed it a little bit so it's an actual dock with a shed next to it. I can lift up the roofs, which are on the GM layer, I think. I'll have to see how a player sees them to make sure which version I have set up right now. I think the GM version of the roof is what I have on it right now. And I should probably change that. Yeah. Oop, no, I moved that. I did not want to move that. Okay. Select. Move. Okay, definitely looks to be on the GM layer. So I'm going to send this whole thing back to the map layer. Though that will now show off the enemy, because the enemy is not on the right layer. Let me fix that. You should not be visible yet, so you should be on the GM layer. All the other mobs are, but the troll is not. And the pile of corpses in front of the building, because of course there's got to be a pile of corpses with the troll. This looks basically just like the other map, except that they had the buildings oriented a little bit differently. It's that triangular sort of complex that they have. As you can see here. Sort of triangle here. I just didn't angle them, because that is the one thing the mapping doesn't really do well. Which makes sense, because it's meant to be on a square grid. Alright, so we did that. And then I haven't gotten too far on most of the other maps. So I haven't created this one yet. We might start creating this one. This is the original. There's only 3 mobs on the map. And it's a pretty simple map with a cave mostly. Mostly a cave. I'm probably going to tilt it so that this entryway is straight up and down. There's no reason to do it as a curve anyways. And that makes it harder to do. I've already set up the map for it. I just haven't put anything here yet. So, let's go make a map. And actually, I'm going to pull up a copy of the original so I can see it as we work. Alright, there we go. This is my first time using the cave set. The cave map set. Should be interesting. I'm not sure what that was, but it was there for a second. I would assume there is a background for these. Lots of different pieces. Maybe we don't have a background for this one. Tunnels. Lots of tunnels. Stairs. More tunnels. More tunnels. Under passage marker. Okay. And I don't see an underlying map layer. So I guess we don't have one here. I'm probably going to put in one for the part of the map that's going to be the outside. So that will be a thing. That will be a thing. So let's do that first, just so I can mark what is the outside. And I'm going to have to see if I can find, an entryway. I know I can here. So we'll probably start here and work over. Doesn't really matter which one I use. Nope. That would help if I actually remember to put it on the map layer. And go to the map layer myself. This is gonna look really funky. At least to start. Don't know if I like that one. Nah, I don't think we'll go with that. Let's, I mean, they're about the same. So, let's go with this. Let's go with this. Alright. There's not that much exterior here. So I think 5 blocks of exterior should be good. There is a path that's going to lead to it, though. So we should have a path that's going basically up and down along here. And here is the cliff face stuff. So I can make cliff face here. And let's zoom in a little more, because this is going to make it easier to see. Cave entrance. Cave, yes, cave. Alright, and it's basically, it's gonna look awkward. This is actually not quite as involved as it should be. It should be more like this. Maybe a little less. You can see the size based on what they say here. I think I grabbed one of these, but one of them, I think it was this one actually. Well, let's go and delete this. We'll start with this one. Yeah, this is a 2 and a 9. It's meant to be very long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, this is a 9. Oop, down? Yeah, there we go. That doesn't blend too well, though. Let's stick it this way. Yeah, we'll stick it so it's off the map up here. Let's do the small one. This is only a 4. Alright. What we do is send this back up to the front, and that will cover over the difference here. And it doesn't look so bad, because it covers up the other one a little. And it doesn't have to look perfect. I mean, we are very close up on this map. In fact, let's grab this, and we're going to stretch this out some. And I'm just going to put this under everything else. That should clear up a little bit of this. Make it look like there's more green here. We're going to have the tunnels over top of this anyways, so it's not a big deal. Let's do another one of these. 2 down, that's 3, 6, that should be 8, and a 9. Except it went too far. Alright. You? I know you look a little bit like a something. But we're gonna fix you. We're gonna fix you, okay? You will not look this crappy. Okay, well, that gave away what I was thinking, but... Alright, let's connect these a little more, maybe? Don't like that. Don't like that. Let's go and, flip these. Yeah, there we go. Now I need a small one to go outside. See, they have some angled pieces like this, but not all of them are. Let's go with this one. And that was 5, I think. It's meant to be like this. There we go. That looks pretty decent. Not perfect, but decent. Alright, and that definitely marks the beginning of our entryway here. So now it's time to switch to the other map. Oh, I forgot we need the road. It would help if we had the road. Alright, come on. Where are you? I want the big long piece. Here. This is a 2 and an 11. This is 3 right now, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is the normal size for it. We're going to stick it right there. We're going to copy this guy, because I'm going to use a series of them all the way down. And I'm going to probably have to flip this one. Flipping you. There we go. When they're flipped, they match up so much better. Okay, and down here for the last one. And because we flipped the middle one, it all lines up. It all lines up. Now, we just take this and we stick it over here. Can't quite. I need to figure out how to do it without it lining straight to grid. But for now, I gotta kind of pick a spot that's not so great. Let's do it like that. Yeah. And we'll bring this to the front again so that it actually looks like a, cave mouth. Not that there's much real doubt. I'm going to add some bushes and stuff, but that's for the end. We're going to work on the other parts of the map first. So, back to the cave. Back to the cave. This is pretty much a straightforward path. There's not much room for anything around here. So, let's drop some stuff. I don't quite like that. There is a big area right up front. And then a path that goes off of it. We probably have much too much space here, really. I need something... I need something that's a pass-through, basically. And it's gonna have to be a pretty big one. Not 2 paths, 1 path. Come on. There's gotta be something. Gotta be something! I mean, this one sort of works. What was the size? This is meant to be a 15-15. So we can make this pretty darn big. Problem is this is under everything else. I think that's about the right size, though. And I think that's the right position. So what I'm going to do is go around here and move this to the front. Move this to the front. Move this to the front. That to the front. No, not that. Up to front. If I can grab it, I think I might have to move other pieces first. So we're going to move this here for a second. Because we want think we want to flip this, actually. I'm going to flip this vertically. And place this back in. Oh, no. Undo. Undo. We're going to move this to the top first. To make our lives easier, move it to the top first. The others shouldn't matter. We'll put this up here now. Alright, it's a little clunky. It's a little clunky. I think I need to stretch it a tad bit to place it so it's down here. We could do... The original didn't really have an entranceway. So, that's the one problem here. But there is something that goes in this room. And we're going to just add that in now, since there's no reason not to wait. There is an owlbear in here. So we're just going to drop the owlbear down. And he's got some good room. He could never get out that hole. Because we have definitely not made it large enough for him to do so. But we could fix that, actually. At least a little bit. I mean, it's a little off-center still. Maybe, yeah, right there. That could be considered a lot better. He still would never fit through here. Unless he was being really careful. But we're just going to deal with that. There is an owlbear here. And, oh, he's on the wrong layer now. Go to the token layer. Yes, there you go, owlbear. We're not on your layer yet. Alright, so we have the main one. I'm gonna change direction. In the original map, it goes up. But we're gonna go and have it go down. There's no reason not to have it go down, and there's a little more room here. So, that's the way we're gonna take it. I need something that will give us the right angle now, though. I know I've seen some, so let's see if I can find it again. That's gonna be the thing, is finding it. There are two ways. I don't want ends. I want corner. Cave corner. But I don't really need it to have... Jeez. I mean, I kind of like most of those. But not quite. And that's too big. I need something much more narrow. These are junctions, nexuses. Ooh, there's cliff faces here, too. Oh, well, we already have cliff faces. And they will work. Overly narrow tunnels. I mean, we could actually adjust one of these. Narrow tunnels. Tunnel junctions. Narrow tunnel corner. If I can line this up, this would be nice. No, I did. What layer am I on now? Yes. Not sure why you had things you should not. That's a good question. I mean, that kind of lines up. It's a little rough. Maybe... I mean, that sort of improves it. No. Kind of like it there better. I mean, some of these could work stairs-wise. Maybe. You are awfully narrow, though. maybe if I stretch this out a bit, this would help. As you can see, obviously, every time you alter it, it adjusts what the shape is like. And that helps you with trying to line these guys up. And I could actually place this under the other one. And that would shape it too, but I want to try to link them like this. For now, at least. And the original had like a straightaway that led down, and I think we're going to go with that too. Alright, let's do this. So, I'm going to make it a little bit longer and stretch it out. I need more stretch though, so we're going to do that. Okay. Alright, so this will work as our stairway. I do need stairs on our stairway though. So we're going to add these in regularly. It's going to be a lot more rough than the original. The original had like cut stairs, and these are obviously not cut stairs. But it's going to work. I mean, that even works. I think it does anyways. I mean, I like it. It's not super great. I know. I'd like to have like a black piece I could put under everything. Oh, there are some black pieces. I could grab one of these instead. Alright, we're going to widen this. Maybe flip this vertically. That didn't really help any. It's a little crude, because this just does not line up super, super well. I can't help that. I can't help it. So, we're just going to deal with that, and we're going to put the stairs in. It's going to look better with the stairs anyways. Alright, this is going to look a little bit different no matter what I do. So, alright, so we have this here, but there is something else that has to go on these stairs. Because of course it does. Of course it does. You can't get a stairwell like this in a cave without one of these. Without one of these! And he's actually up above. So he'll come down. We're going to stick him on the token layer. He'll ambush our team when they go through here. That's the idea. Okay, these are more tunnel pieces. Tunnel corners again. Ooh, some crazier tunnel corners. I kind of like the crazier ones. Let's see if I can match one up. Oop. Nope. This way. Oh, wow, that would take up a lot of room to match that up. Let's not do that one. Let's not do that one. Alright, so this, and we'll do this. There we go. Now we have a proper tunnel. And it'll go down to a central end chamber. Which is supposed to be rough cut anyways, so this will be fine. We'll put in some more stairs here. I want to try to put in these, but I'm going to have to flip these. Nope, not vertically. Maybe. Sort of. Kinda. I mean, it technically works, but doesn't look the greatest. It wasn't really meant to go this direction anyways. And it was never meant to go that piece. So, we're just gonna deal. Alright, now we need connectors. This is gonna be a very simple area compared to what they expect. Compared to what they expect, this is like nothing. Alright, come on, come on. I need a chamber. Cave oubliettes. Oubliettes have no ends. That doesn't help us. An end, yes, yes. This is an end. And it's going the right direction even. And this is more the shape I think we're looking for, though. Let's go this and that. Wow. That does not link up well. Maybe I can set that a little bit differently. Or not. Maybe I can push it out. No. I need a bigger area here anyways. This is gonna be awkward. I need something that's right at the bottom, really. We're back into corners. And this needs a end, definitely. Let's see how big I can make this end. I mean, if we need to, I can extend the map. I can extend the map. It'll be a thing. It'll be a thing. But we'll get it done. We'll get it done. We can't really go... We'd have to move this down, but we could do this. Oop, no, too far back. Undo that. Okay, I sent the other map to the bottom. That'll work. That'll work much better. I think we need to make the map a little bit bigger on the bottom, though. So let's go in and let's add to the height, which will add a little bit to the bottom. And we'll fix the bits that we messed up by doing this. And that's still not quite long enough. We're gonna... Let's do a 30. We'll do a 30 for now. That's a tad awkward, but it sort of works. And with the extra room, we could actually probably pull it out a little. There. That actually looks really nice. That looks really good. For what it is. Yeah, we already have these coming down. Let's copy and paste one of these. And we'll stick the next one off the end of the map here. I think I'm going to have to adjust the other one first. Alright. Now we adjust that. Maybe... No. I'm going to have to shrink you too. Alright, let's pull you down. I mean, it looks a little wide there, but that's fine. That is utterly fine. We'll pull this down as well. So the two go together. Let's grab one of these. And I'm going to pull this out off of here. And we're going to add in this one. Let's go and undo the flip horizontal here. We'll just get rid of this, because that looks fine. Alright, so we have a lot of stuff now for our map here. We need a few other things that are not part of this map set, though. So, let's see here. I need a chair. It's an odd thing that I need, but let's see if I can find a chair somewhere here. Hopefully a fancier chair. Chair. That's not quite where I'd want it to be. And that's a very big chair. I kind of need it to be another direction, though. That's kind of awkward. I mean, I could maybe put it at the bottom of the map and just flip it. No, wrong way. Okay, now it's upside down. Put that down here. I don't think there's any lighting in the original. This would be a horribly bad place to be in a real encounter. It works only because we kind of have some stuff going on here. Well, that and the main character was always considered to be an elf, so he would not need a torch or anything unless he was clearing the spider webs up above. And I could swear there's pools in here. Because I need a pool. Oh, forest pond. Yes. Let's go with this one. It's gonna look a little awkward in the center here. But not too bad. Just looks like a different kind of discoloration around it. Alright, so we got that. And there is an enemy down here, too. There is a golem. So, let's grab our flesh golem, who is technically sitting on the chair. And let's move him to the GM lair, because that's where he belongs. So this is the basics of the map. This is everything basically in the original, other than the fact that the original had some bits that were supposed to be bushes. So, we have the basic map now. It's got everything that the original did. Yeah. Oh, before I forget, though, we're going to do some touches on this, because we want to make this prettier, of course. And I want some of these rubble deposits here. I mean, we're in an area that has no reason to be so clear. So we're just going to toss some rocks around. Give it a nice rock covering. Show that it's not so nice and even. I don't like how that's quite a bit rough right through here. But I don't think we can really fix that. We can pull it maybe off this way a little bit, but I don't think that would look right either. So we're just going to have to deal with it, as much as I hate that. Alright, this here. I don't want to keep using the same things clutter-wise over and over, even though they'll look a little bit different when we put them in different places. Let's do a little one here. Oop. Okay, well, we had it in the right spot, so I did not hurt too much by accidentally doing that. Alright, so we have clutter here, and clutter down there. That's starting to look pretty good. And excuse my audio. A loud vehicle passed by. It's still passing by, actually. And you guys could probably all hear that, because my window is wide open. And I don't see any small clutters that are really good for here. I mean, we'll give it a little. There's not too much I can do, though, because I'm limited size-wise here. See, this starts getting in the way of the walls. I think that's the best I'm going to do right through there. Alright. Actually, what I can do is we're going to just pull it right back. And it'll be a small bit of clutter. So, that's what it's going to look like. And we're on the right tool set here, or tile set, depending on what you want to call it, to put some branches and some brush in. And everyone seems to want to drive by right now. That's weird. I hardly ever get anyone that drives by until right now. I'm just going to put in a whole bunch of brush here. And a tree. Alright. Let's go down a little bit. You could build some really complex trees with this. I'm not bothering to. I just want more potentials here. I don't think I can do too much better than that right now. Let's put another one over here. And we could make these a lot bigger than they are. We can literally... Oop, don't touch that. Don't touch that. You know, even cover over there. Because that won't get in the way. Even if we had advanced lighting on, it would still not get in our way. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear right around our target area here. Which is what we want. We want that to be kind of clear so, you know, they can see. Obviously, there's a path worn here. We want to make sure that our players actually find the path. I mean, we can do that there. It's still very open. I kind of want to... it's not going where I want it to. I mean, I could stretch that out instead. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. We don't really need anything else. We're doing pretty good there. Okay, well, this is our map. Players... I haven't figured out how yet, but the players are supposed to already know about this cave. I think they're meant to find a note or something that directs them here. Because it's kind of out of the way, and so far I haven't read where that is. But I'm sure it's in there somewhere. But they'll come in through this area. They'll get ambushed by the owlbear. Then there's a set of stairs that lead them down. They'll get ambushed again, because that's the whole point here. Ambush after ambush. They'll encounter the giant spider from above. Then they come down here, and they confront the flesh golem. I can't talk tonight. It's gonna be fun when I do the fashion review in like 5 minutes. Oh, and actually, that reminds me of something. I should have music going. Not very loud music, but a little bit of music. I should have been playing it already. Yeah, let's go with this. Oh, actually, I just realized I don't have a way to get the audio into you guys. No! Okay, well. I guess I won't be doing that. It'll be a very quiet stream except for me. Sorry. I'll have to work on that. I need another input somewhere. I'm sure I could actually create one somehow in OBS. I'm just not sure how off the top of my head. At least, unless I wanted to loop the same song over and over again. And I could do that to you guys, but I don't think that would be good. So, we're just gonna have to roll with it. We're just gonna have to roll with it. Alright, 2 minutes left. But we have our map now, so we've done an entire map in an hour. It would have actually probably gone faster if, you know, I didn't dither. I gave us a little stroll over what had gone before. This is the next map I gotta do. This is an actual combat encounter map, so I'm probably definitely going to want to actually make this little farm building concept here. With its fencing, it's probably going to end up being square or mostly square with like rounded walls. I can probably do that. Rounded edges. It's going to have some trees near the house and everything, because that's definitely a tree. Not a tree stump or something. But it lost its leaves, apparently. Okay, and it is time. So, Kiara should be starting soon, and I need to switch categories. So I hope you all had fun. And I hope I see you guys again. Take care. See you later. Bye.